Hey, welcome to Medicine Ball, Playwrights versus Poets, the Quarantine Edition. This round is the care round. Our writers are on the playwriting side, Jessica Andrew Artha, and on the poetry side, Amber Nelson. The actors that will be bringing this work to us are Alicia Curry, Madison Rengley, and Christine Shaw, and our esteemed director is Dan Tarker, who is with me right now.
Yeah, and when we post this online, we'll be posting a voting link underneath it so that you can vote there, and we'll announce the winner of the competition, our friendly competition, on the full podcast version of this event. Enjoy.
Yeah, so enjoy.
Heard It Through the Grapevine, a play by Jessica Andrew Artha.
As soon as all of this is over, I'm finding a new job, so help me God. Essential my ass. If it weren't for people's plants, I'd have literally nothing to take care of here. I ride the bus every day to accept the mail. All right, Fran the Fern, Pierre the Potted Palm, how are they hanging today?
Oh, living the dream. Living the dream.
Is it only 3 o'clock? These days never end. At least it's hump day. Halfway there, right?
You've got that right, Pierre. Anything new? Hear anything good?
Well, I heard that Dan the Daisy over in marketing is shooting for a promotion.
What? No way he gets it. He hasn't budged in weeks. Does he think he can get it on looks and charm alone? Especially when Callie the Cactus hasn't been promoted and she's been growing like gangbusters.
She scares me in meetings. Tough as nails, that one.
You'd be prickly too if Dan the Daisy was trying to take credit for half of the work you did. She's leadership material for sure.
She does always deliver results.
Well, Dan may be gunning for the corner planter, but I've got the real guys. You know those two succulents near the end of the hall? Susanna and Scott. Well, all I can say is the pollen over there seems pretty thick. I bet it's only a matter of days before there's blossoms all over, if you know what I mean.
La la.
He could do better than her. I overheard part of her last performance review, and it was not pretty.
Uh-oh. Is someone a little jealous?
What? No. Of a succulent? Never.
Oh, look at her. Her fronds are curling. That's so cute. Someone has an office crush.
I do not.
If you say so. Well, it's watering time. You're last on my round, so I've got just a little left in the can.
I'm a tropical plant. If water is scarce, I'm going to need a larger allocation.
That's not fair. I need water just as much as the next plant. In fact, after you were out 3 days ago, I thought it might come to this. I've been putting together a presentation I think you'll find very impressive on my water consumption versus current projections and a quarter-by-quarter forecast of what I deliver with current resources or with a 10% increase by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah? Well, I've written a 6-page paper on my own deliverables, and I think you'll find the results very compelling.
Oh, God. Middle management plants are the worst plants.
Oh, I heard that. And I take offense.
Oh, I'm definitely documenting that in case we ever need to bring something to HR.
What? This is getting out of control. If the company actually let me work from home like everyone else, you wouldn't be getting any water at all. You think your usual people would care if you died while they work from home?
You're totally right. Bran is being ungrateful. Just give me the 2/3 of water in the can, and we will move on to our next agenda items.
We do not have alignment on those numbers. I demand another stand-up about this.
We're not having a meeting about this. You're plants, for goodness sake. I'm talking to plants. I am arguing with plants. I need to go back to my desk, maybe check some job listings.
Don't go. You still have water in there.
It might serve you right if no one got any.
There's no need to be vindictive here. I'm sure we can work out something mutually beneficial.
Sure. We're both prepared to be reasonable.
Besides, what are you going to do? Go back to that desk of yours, sanitize it for the 12th time today?
Oh, yeah, Did you hear that Benedict the Bamboo is looking to leave the team? I think talking to recruiters from Google.
No.
Wait, really? Actually, how is that even possible?
His quarter-over-quarter growth numbers are fantastic.
I can't even get Google to look at my resume.
Maybe he could put in a good word for you, put out feelers.
This is ridiculous. I need to go home or talk to actual people. Remember actual people?
They're overrated.
I'm going stir-crazy in here.
You think you're going stir crazy? I've lived in a pot my whole life. I'm not even supposed to be in this climate.
I was repotted once. What an adventure.
How do you deal with it?
The adventure? I contracted my fronts as tightly as possible and tried to think happy thoughts until it was over.
I meant the being confined all the time.
That's easy. This is where we're supposed to be. I'm safe. I have everything I need right here, except, of course, for some more water. So, getting back to that.
You know what? Let her have all the water. I don't care. I don't even want to be here anymore.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, give her the water. But let's you and me get out of here. You aren't supposed to be here, and I'm not either. Let me free.
We can't be free. There's a stay-at-home order. It's not safe.
I can't stay in this home anymore. I've outgrown it. Do you know I've never been repotted? My roots outgrew this pot years ago. I want to go outside. I want to feel the wind on my stalk, the sun on my leaves.
I guess I could put you on the balcony for a little bit, or at least open a window.
No, let's go to the park. Plant me in the ground and then let me grow wild.
Pierre, what are you talking about? You can't leave. You belong here.
I don't care anymore.
What if your person comes back and finds you gone?
She's right. They probably wouldn't even notice. They aren't thinking of us. Why should I care about them?
Of course you care. You're just lonely.
I get that. My sister hasn't called me all week. And you know what? She can go to hell. I don't need her. Apparently, I have you to talk to.
Pierre, you're a tropical plant. You couldn't even survive outside.
I don't care. Anything is better than this.
That's not true. There's so much to see here. So much work to be done. Besides, I would miss you.
Oh,
Come on, Pierre. I can't really take you to the park, but I promise I'll bring you more water tomorrow. All the water you need.
Does that mean I get his today?
I'll bring enough for the both of you. Fill up the can especially for you.
That's kind of you.
promise you won't forget.
I'll send out the minutes from this meeting with action items.
We don't have to like this, but we'll get through it.
The Year of the Rat and the Bad Place, a poem by Amber Nelson.
Once upon a time, the world was born anew each year, the people sweeping away ill fortune to invite new tides of good luck.
They papered their windows in red lanterns, tucked their destinies in red envelopes, filled their mouths with blessings of their neighbors.
But all the red in a land far, far away couldn't keep the bad place at bay. When once upon a time, when people still traveled
To foreign lands, not a care in the world. The people got sick. Some died.
and if we care, does that mean we love?
We didn't care. It was far, far away. But it spread. It hit home. In the neighborhood, around the corner, people were dying on TV and the newspaper next door.
The people were dying nearby, and we started to care. Not for the dying, but for ourselves. Scared, we lit fires. We torched aisles.
People worked from home, afraid of touching what they couldn't see. In the day, the people, afraid, emptied the streets of their cars, the buses of waiting bodies.
But at night, the bars filled with people, heedless, sipping cocktails, nibbling charcuterie, olives, not a care in the world.
And if we care, does that mean we love?
Once upon a time, people were sick and dying all over the world. People were dying in droves. More and more people dying in more and more cities.
The people were afraid, told to put vast distances between each other. Businesses shutter inside desolate streets, naked sidewalks conceding to particles.
Boarded windows. The hospitals run out of gloves, masks, ventilators, beds. Unemployment grows. The traffic dies to unseen lows.
LA sees 3 weeks of smog-free skies. Pollution withers. Lives are saved by our not driving.
And if we care, does that mean we love?
The people continue to get sick and to die. Once upon a time, people started crossing the street to avoid each other, crossing themselves.
In prayer, anxious in their loneliness, absent the reach to touch. The people weren't meant to be alone, disconnected.
Once upon a time, we all stayed inside. The people stilled and everything quieted to give the softest breeze a gentle roar.
The people missed the people, their grief and lament held close to save lives. At night, the stars shone brighter in the absence.
Of flight, the people forgot what it was like to be with the people. All the wilderness that remained to us outside our windows, the crows on the wire.
And if we care, does that mean we love?
And while the people were quiet, the earth came alive. The skies cleared and the animals ran wild. The daffodils, the cherry blossoms, the tulips ran wild.
The rats emerged from the darkness.
Unbound, unbidden.
Blessed by the Emperor of Heaven,